What's up, friends? Welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah, and starting with that intro feels very foreign and weird and wrong, but I didn't really know how else to start the video. So hi, it's been a while. As is probably already obvious, I've been away for a while. We've made some changes. I have moved to New York, but before we get into all of that, first we need some coffee. I thought I had gotten Colton? Did I just get an accent? I thought I had gotten a paper straw. Turns out I grabbed not only a plastic one, but a bendy plastic straw, which I unfortunately captured on video for everyone to see, both online and in person. But this is probably the most fabulous iced oat milk lavender latte I have ever had. When we moved to New York, one of the, our biggest priorities was figuring out the best coffee shop to go to. And surprisingly, I think the first 2 or 3 we went to, neither me, when I say we, I mean me and my boyfriend, neither one of us cared for the coffee that we got. So it took until we found this place, like on 4th try, to find some good coffee. But since then, we've found other places too, in case anyone's concerned. You're not, but what am I talking about? Also snacking on some strawberries in case you care. Again, you probably don't. I did just go for a run, which is why I look tragic. So I haven't exactly planned anything for this video or written anything down. Not that I ever do that. Actually, no. I do write myself scripts for recipe videos. But anyway, kind of just picking up the camera and deciding to film because it feels right. And I've done this a couple of times, more than a couple of times in the past 2 years, or whenever I stopped posting. I think on the current memory card, there's like 4 videos worth of footage on there that I have yet to edit and upload, and probably never will at this point because that's just like a different person. That Sarah doesn't exist anymore. So we don't need to talk about her or see her or listen to her or look at her. So all that's just to say, I don't know the direction of this video. I don't know what I'm going to be talking about. I don't know if it's, something you want to hear about, something you don't want to hear about. Well, I guess that's not totally true. This video does have a little bit of direction, being just documenting my day because, like the title says, I am unemployed and really just need something to do. And also, I guess, talk about life in New York a little bit. I'd definitely be down to film like a whole other video about, the specifics of moving to New York. I used to live in Delaware, so I moved from Delaware to New York. Not a terribly far move, just about 3.5 hours, but anyone is curious about the process of moving to the city or something along those lines, I'd be happy to talk about that, I guess, but I probably really won't talk about that much in this video, other than the fact that, hi, I live in New York now, technically Brooklyn, with my boyfriend who got a job here, and I don't have a job. How many times am I going to say that in this video? I don't have a job, but I'm looking for a job, and in the meantime, I'm kind of just existing and floating through life, and, yeah. Back to earlier when I said I don't know what I'll be talking about this video, that's happening right now as we speak. I guess a couple quick updates. If you've watched my videos before, you probably haven't, not many people do. I did graduate with my master's in health promotion. Fucking finally. That was atrocious. Another video series I had started to film at one point and then gave up because that's how I was feeling about the program. I wanted to give up a lot, but that's, a different story for a different day. So that, of course, is the field I'm looking in, health promotion, very broad area. There's a couple of specific things I am interested in. I've been applying to jobs since June 2nd, which the only reason I know that date specifically is because yesterday I got an email from the very first job I applied to, which was apparently on June 2nd because it said it in the email. It was a rejection letter from the company that I applied to saying that they were interested in me and that they received over 2,000 applicants. So, yeah. Unemployment's about to be getting real comfortable for the next few months. I can feel it. It's like such a catch-22. I don't know if that's the right use of that phrase, but I'm not going to care to think about it at the moment because it's like, in one way, I feel like from moving to Delaware to New York, in my field specifically, the things that I want to do, there's a lot more opportunities in New York for that, just because it's a bigger place, more, whatever, you get the point. than in Delaware, where I probably would have had to settle for something that I didn't like. So I was excited for that, like, oh, I'm gonna find a job really easily. Other people in my program who stayed in Delaware or near Delaware all found jobs like before graduating, and I didn't start looking until after graduation, which is my fault. But anyway, I was like, oh, I'm gonna find a job so quickly. And now it's a little over a month later. I've applied to I think 6 places, and I still haven't found anything. And I'm now realizing that although there are maybe perhaps more opportunities in New York, there are double, triple, quadruple, 10 times the amount of people applying to these positions. But anyway, that's where I'm at right now. So to pass the time, I've been doing a lot of different things. That's not true. I've been doing some things. I've been trying to, just steadily work out, meal plan, cook, lots of baking. I have been baking so much, which brings me so much joy. And now, I need to fill my day with a couple of other things. So here I am filming, I guess, and hopefully this one actually makes it to YouTube. We'll find out. I don't know. I need to go not look like such a monster. So I guess I will get ready and pretend like I'm gonna leave the house and go do something just because it'll make me feel better. Okay, so I did lie just a little bit. I am kind of technically employed, but not really and not permanently. So right before graduating in May, my supervisor and advisor connected me with a local organization in Delaware who was in need of an evaluation for one of the programs. So she kindly passed that off to me. So I am, contracted through middle of August to do some work for them. I don't get paid until August, so that's fun. And I do also occasionally put in a few hours for my supervisor from grad school as well. She has me working on a couple of projects, finishing up some things, just random things as needed, which I am very, very thankful for because, I think one, she does genuinely need the help, and it's projects that, I've been working on for the 2 years before graduating, and 2, I think she realizes the position that I'm in, and any little bit of money will help. Certainly the amount of work I'm doing, the amount of hours I'm doing, is not paying the rent. So, hence why I'm still looking for a job. But yeah, this week in particular for the evaluation project, there is actually a lot that I need to get done before a meeting next week. So yeah, today I will be having a lot of fun doing some data analysis and data cleaning. So if you know, you know. Great times. I don't know how long I've been working, but I do know that it's time for some lunch. Nothing fancy today. Not that it's ever terribly fancy, but I'm gonna do a little tempeh caprese situation. Have tempeh, tomato, some bread, homemade bread that I made, mozzarella, and some basil, some fresh basil off my boyfriend's basil plant. So since I'm unemployed, I obviously have a lot of extra time on my hands. A lot of that time of which is spent, one, of course, applying to jobs, thinking about jobs, dreaming of having a job, while at the same time trying to figure out if the jobs and the career field that I'm going for is even something that I want to do. I don't know, just something I've been thinking about a lot recently. It's just that I've never felt particularly passionate about or tied to, if that makes sense, any particular field. I don't know what I'm doing, by the way. This is weird shaped bread, so I have to break the cheese apart. I don't know, and I guess I've just been thinking a lot recently just about how, I don't know, I'm 28, which feels terribly old and terribly young all at the same time, and depending on how old you are, you're probably going to lean one way or the other, which totally makes sense. And I don't know, just there's a lot happening in life right now, which I think just has me thinking about what I want to do with my life. And I don't want to get into this whole cliche, what my purpose is here, because it's not necessarily that extravagant or far, but just I want to do something with my life that makes me happy. And obviously being financially stable and independent and not reliant on anyone aids in happiness, certainly doesn't hurt. But at the same time, if I have that financial stability, but it's in a job that I don't really care for, it doesn't get me going every single day. I don't, you know what I mean? I'm kind of stuck right now, and I don't know if the field that I'm in gives me that kind of drive. And of course, obviously, I've been talking to myself and my boyfriend and my parents and my family about, you know, what I do in the meantime. You know, the evaluation project I have, the other kind of part-time temporary work I'm doing, it's temporary, you know, in a couple weeks, couple months, that's going to be done, and it's not sustainable financially anyway. And not assuming, I don't want to put that energy into the universe, but, you know, if I don't find a job in the next couple weeks or couple months, not even like couple weeks, like, what's the next option? Obviously, I'm going to find something else that's temporary, you know, before grad school, before being in a career field, which again doesn't feel like the right thing to say here. You know, I did a lot of bartending, I worked at a grocery store, so that's all, you know, I feel like the next step after this would be just to find something to do in my spare time. There's obviously, I'm in New York, I'm in Brooklyn, there's restaurants everywhere. There's also, I've happened to come across some bakeries that are hiring, you know, just for part-time work or whatever it is. And so again, I'm in this weird place of like, you know, what if I get something part-time and temporary until I find something full-time in my field? But like, what if I fall in love with something else in the meantime? Obviously, I'm not going to fall in love with bartending. Been there, done that. Don't care to go back, but will if I have to, because your girl needs money. But like, I don't know, it's really tempting to apply to these bakeries just in the meantime. But I love baking so much, and it's, you know, what brings me happiness. It's my stress relief. You know, it's what I've been looking forward to each and every day, basically, for the past couple weeks. I don't know, I guess this probably sounds so silly. Maybe I'm just scared that I will find something that I like better and be a disappointment. I'm not quite sure to who. I mean, I guess myself in a way. Other people, like I wasted their time, you know, like my professor's time, my family's time, obviously my time. But then again, what does time matter if we're talking about your overall happiness and your enjoyment of your life? So, and I suppose like related but also unrelated to those issues is the other options for temporary part-time or even just like side hustle work. You know, I feel like there's so many other things that I want to explore, that I could explore, that, you know, at this moment might bring me happiness, but it may not bring me money. You know, like I could be a dog walker for rich people in the city, perhaps. Or I've really enjoyed when I had an Etsy shop. I mean, it still exists, I guess, but it's been on vacation mode for the past like 4 years. You know, I can't feasibly make and sell soap out of this apartment. It's also just a very expensive hobby to have. So, you know, I can't do that, but something along those lines where I can just like work for myself from home, whether full-time. I mean, this applies to any job that I get, not just like having an Etsy, but like just something creative to do on the side that also brings me money. If there's other things I could do on Etsy, you know, other products I could sell, or, you know, maybe I'll go be a nanny for some rich family. I know there's a word for that, but I don't remember what it is. Or, you know, coffee shop, bartending, bakery, just some other part-time work. Data entry, I don't know, I feel like I could work from home. That's not gonna make me much money though. So I also just keep thinking about like, in this downtime that I do have, like now's the time to explore those interests, which is also why I've been getting so much more into exercise again recently, because I don't want to, you know, hopefully in a few weeks, few months, have a regular job and income and then look back on this time and be like, Sarah, you wasted all this time. Like, because I am genuinely enjoying myself, you know, being unemployed sucks. But I don't know, I'm trying to make each day a good day, doing things that I like. And yeah, I just want to like build upon that more and do even more things that I like. And if I can make money while doing that, that'd be great. But then what if I fall in love with that thing and then never go back into the field that I've spent so much time and money in school doing? Again, nothing spectacular, but it's gonna get the job done. Also had some leftover potato salad, so here's my lunch, and I'm ready to take a break from work and probably watch a YouTube video. As much as I should probably get away from screens for half an hour or an hour, because I've been on the screen all day. Oh, my fridge is apparently open and it's beeping. Love that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go watch some YouTube and eat this lunch. So I'm eating lunch, watching YouTube, and I just got the most ridiculous ad during this video. I mean, not really ridiculous, but ridiculous in that technology was listening to me and catered the ad or something along those lines, or maybe it just happened. Anyway, I meant to pause it so I can show it to you, but I hit skip instead. But the whole ad was this guy who was like sitting on a couch, clearly talking to someone, maybe a friend, maybe a partner, maybe a therapist, just literally basically what I was just ranting on about, of like, I just want to find a job that's meaningful. I want to do something important. I want to do something that like brings me joy, brings me happiness. And I'm scared that, you know, if I take one more step in the wrong direction, I'm just going to like fall into this pit forever, that kind of thing. and then it pauses for a second as like you're waiting for the reaction from the other person, and then the camera turns to, I guess, a friend or a partner who's sitting there, and it was like, I just asked you what you want to eat, and then he's like, oh, pad thai. I'm not gonna lie, as the commercial started and it caught my attention, I was like, is this YouTube ad gonna answer all my questions and make my dreams come true and be some big aha moment? And no, it was just probably like a DoorDash ad or something about getting pad thai. So maybe next time. So we're back in the kitchen. I'm making Swiss meringue buttercream. You may be wondering, 1, how did we get here? And 2, did you make some cake? And to answer those questions would be 1, I'm not sure, 2, no. So I finished up with my work for the day and I didn't really know what to do, but I remember that I had some leftover egg whites in the fridge from something I made yesterday, and I think egg whites and egg yolks too, if they're separated, can stay good in the fridge for like 2 to 3 days. Don't quote me on that, but we're going with it. It's been barely 24 hours. So I was looking up recipes I can make, and there were, you know, I could look at angel food cake or meringue cookies or something, but I literally just made chocolate chip cookies that we're still eating, so I can't justify having another set of sweets in the house. So I came across a recipe for Swiss meringue buttercream, which used like the exact amount of egg whites that I had, and I've never made it before. Like I said, I don't have a cake, I don't have cupcakes. I'm literally not going to use it today except to like lick the spoon. Apparently it freezes really well, so when I do make cakes or cupcakes or something else that requires a frosting in the future, I will have some. That was a really weird shot. This is like the weirdest consistency of anything I've ever seen. I don't want to talk about it. It maybe is something we've seen before, but we shouldn't talk about. For a second, I thought I had curdled it, but it actually looks like it turned out correctly. So, let's see how it tastes. No one else is here, so I'm licking the spoon directly. Okay, wait a second. This tastes like, wow. Okay, sorry, just having like 28 years of memories rush through my head all at once. Not to be dramatic. But no, this tastes exactly like, so every year on Christmas Eve at my grandma's house, it's also my cousin's birthday, and every year my grandma makes her this red velvet cake recipe. Same thing every single year, we always know what to expect. And the frosting that she uses, I guess I've never really bothered to ask, but always tastes so different than any other frosting I've had before. And I just thought it was like, you know, grandma's secret recipe. But now I'm wondering if she uses Swiss meringue buttercream, and I've never had Swiss meringue buttercream except for when she makes red velvet cake, because I would have recognized this taste in other parts of my life, tasting other people's cakes if I had it before, but I don't think I have. That's crazy. This has to be it. Wow, it is honestly so good. Reminds me of Christmas at my grandma's, which was not a memory I was expecting to have today, so that's nice. The urge that I have to dye this like some crazy color because I was the kid in high school and college who dyed their hair crazy colors. Oh, the urge is there. But because I don't know what future Sarah is going to be making with this buttercream yet, I'm going to hold off. But when the time comes, I can guarantee you that this will no longer be white, because as fun and pretty as it is, it could also look really good purple or blue or both. Alright, well, we have come full circle back to the couch, which means I think it is time to close out this video for the day. I'm going to clean the kitchen because I somehow managed to make a huge mess. I'm going to read a little bit of my book because I'm trying to read every day. And then I'm probably going to make some dinner. Thinking of some vegan mac and cheese using my cheese sauce recipe. I'll link that up here. And then some buffalo like Gardein chicken tenders to go on top. That sounds like the vibe. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to go to bed because I'm exhausted, even though I haven't done anything today. Oh, and I did just want to mention, not that like it's really that important, I didn't apply to any jobs today. I think last time I applied to a job was on Monday. The last time I looked for jobs was maybe yesterday. And in the beginning, I was looking on like LinkedIn and Indeed and other sites just like every single day, which is just so unnecessary. You know, I either fall down a rabbit hole of weird things and never actually find anything I want to apply to, or I'm just looking through the same feed of jobs for way too long. So I've decided just to, you know, the past couple weeks I've only been looking once or twice a week and then going from there. Already done that this week, so I'll probably try again next week. And yeah, if something happens, I'll let you know maybe. Again, we'll see if this video sees the light of day. Anyway, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Maybe you'll see me again. Maybe you won't. We'll find out. If there's any videos you want to see from me, I guess, let me know. That seems silly to say. And I will be back on YouTube soon. Maybe.